Hello everybody, welcome. It's Miss Darling in the studio, and I'm very pleased today to show you a journal that I made some while ago, and there's some unique things that are a little different about this journal from anything I've made in the past. So let's take a peek. This is just some sari silk that I'm using, and here is the tassel that I made, and it is made from torn pieces of fabric, ribbon, some I don't think there's any trim in here, but just mostly torn pieces of fabric with a fabric flower attached to the top, and all of this is attached to a clamp that I use a lot. And so it's removable, so we'll take it off for now. And then here is my journal concept, and I make all of my covers from scratch using mat board, and the sizes are all 5.5 by 8.5, so it's half the size of a regular sheet of paper. So on the cover, I used this beautiful image, floral image, that I glued to the mat board, and then I had another companion on the back, and these are Tim Holtz images that I got from 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper that he sold, and I just really love these images. And then what I did is I bound all the way around the back, the spine, and the front. I've used a lightweight coffee dyed cotton to go all the way around, and that hides the the ends of the image, and gives it a really finished look. And then I've put on these metal corners. These are gold tone. They come in a bronze and also a chrome or silver, and so the gold ones just worked out great, and I used them on the front cover and the back. So I'm really happy with how that came out. And this is the first time that I made my covers a little bit wider than the paper, so that when you look at it this way, you don't see the ends jutting out like you do in all my other journals. The jury is still out on whether I will do that again or not, but I thought it was appropriate for this. And what's different about this journal from others that I've made is that I used a lot of scrapbooking paper and cut them different sizes. And so normally my pages are mostly the same size, but in this journal they're not. And so you can see here is what I did with the inside cover. Got a beautiful butterfly there and some more Tim Holtz paper. And here's one of my custom seals that I added there. And I just love this. I attached the word journal there, and this is a 2-signature journal, but not jam-packed to make it super chunky. So here you'll see that I've included a lot of lined paper. Here's some coffee dyed paper with a pocket, and then I have these are just foldovers with a few coffee dyed pages inside, so they're like little journalettes. And this is like a bookmark, and this is all from scrapbook paper made by Tim Holtz that I had on hand. Here's another journaling sheet. coffee dyed paper, tag, another little booklet, journaling booklet. And so I just think it's really fun to kind of look through here and see all the different variety and surprises. I don't even remember making this actually because it's been a little while and I forget what I've done. So I'm enjoying going through this myself. Another pocket, and what do we have here? A medium-sized tag, and then these are taken from some botanical books that I have on hand, and just, you know, cut out some of the pages, and this one was folded in half. That was the size, pretty much the size of the book. And here's a tag that I included. Got another little butterfly there. So here's a side tuck with some more fun ephemera. Oh, this isn't the one that I thought I was going to be showing you. Never mind. The papers in here are pretty much the same size. I apologize. I was thinking of a different journal I have yet to film. Anyway, here is the middle of the signature, and this is a napkin. 2 or more napkins that I glued down and put Mod Podge over them, and that makes it kind of thick. It's on the coffee dyed sheet, and then I just collaged a giant bird and some butterflies there to really make this a beautiful center section. I'm just really pleased with how that came out. I'll have to do more of them. It's really great working with napkins. A little bit messy when you start using the Mod Podge, but what a great effect when you're done. Here's some more, you know, just random ephemera, another little journalette booklet, and yeah, it's a very restful journal, I think. You know, the colors are subdued and very neutral for the most part, and I think it just really looks great. Yeah, and so that's all I did with that signature. And there's the back cover of the signature and the front cover of the second signature. Just beautiful imagery and very fun to finally use it. Here we have another tuck with some tags and a bookmark. I'm always trying to make the whole, you know, the 2-page spread look good together color-wise. And so there's always a reason behind what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Here we have, oh, here's another real small little journalette, and this is a tag I made a long time ago using, I think, some of the sprays from the distress sprays, and then using a stencil over it with it's called modeling paste. It's modeling paste that I turned black by adding some black acrylic paint. Very easy to do, and you know, look how dramatic that is. After I just said how how the colors were so nice and subdued and relaxing, then we find something that's really in your face. So I just, you know, love. This is a gal I from Etsy, I believe, that I buy coffee dyed paper from. I'll try to remember to put a link to her shop in there for you. If I forget, then just ask me in a question to do that and remind me that I promised. Here are, just random bits of ephemera. Oh, I like that. Very cool, Miss Darling. Here's another one. And see, I tried to pick a tag that coordinated nicely with this paper used for the pocket. I think that just goes together beautifully. Another little tiny journal. And just an art card. And here's the center of the second signature. And what I did here is I took that botanical book, it's a smaller book, and I tore out two of the images this size. They're just perfect size for bookmarks, I think, and of depicting floral and fauna that blooms in particular times of the year over the globe. So here you see there's August, and here there's an October. So I just glued them down, almost like kakemono, if you know what kakemono is. And then I had a little too much space at the bottom, so I put some washi tape down there to anchor them. And yeah, that was fun to do and different. Another page with some tags. Just, I make tons of tags. In fact, there for a while, all I was doing was making tags in all different colors. So I have a huge stash that I can draw from for any journal that I'm making. And usually I'll find something that I made maybe a long time ago that now finally has a home. Here's an art card, another little journaling booklet, and another, just fun ephemera card. Slip it in there with the colors all coordinating together from left to right, right to left. So, you don't have to do something on every page. In fact, it's great when you don't, because it gives the eye a place to rest. Here's another tag I made probably 2 years ago, and just love these colors. And, just really a beautiful fall, autumn, and it's got stenciling with modeling paste and then colorized on top of that. And just, I thought came out really fun. Throwing a little something dark in there for contrast. So not everything is, the same value. And here is the inside back cover of the signature with a simple several pieces of ephemera just glued on in random places. And then we flip it over to the back side. This is collaged on top as well as this, but the image itself, the background image, is from Tim Holtz. And then here is the paper I chose for the inside back. Added this large number 8 there, and this ticket down here. And, just playing around and having fun. And then we flip it over, and that's our back cover. So, yeah, that was a nice journey for me to go back and flip through something I made a long time ago. And just, see what I was doing there and how I've changed since then and what I'm doing now and so on and so forth. So, do that from time to time. Go back and look at things you made a long time ago and maybe revive some ideas that you had back then and bring them forward to use as inspiration in what you're doing now. And, it's, I think, great. I have a journal. I'll have to show it to you sometime. I have a journal I made when I first began, and the whole purpose of the journal was to include every idea that I had gotten on my own or from someone I watched, to include an example of that idea in the book. The mistake I made was that I didn't write down my process. So when I go back and look at it now, I'm looking at some of the things that I made and put in there, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what in the world did I do to make that? And I have no idea. And so if you make yourself an idea journal or binder, whatever, where you just put ideas in there, be sure and write down the instructions of how to make whatever it was you made to include in there, because you're not going to remember, and it'd be very helpful to you if you do that. So please visit my Etsy shop for kits that I have in there that will help you with ideas and inspiration and things that I've made that I've included there for you to print off and use as you see fit. And so, check back there always periodically to see what new is in the shop, and hopefully you'll find a lot of helpful things, resources there for you. That said, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Give the video a like and leave me a comment. I appreciate it. Pass it on to others and help support the channel that way. I appreciate it so much. That said, this is Miss Starling calling this a wrap. Bye-bye.